What is up, my, Misfit Squad? Oh my god, yes, I am laying on a couch right now. My back, oh my god. I woke up this morning and my back was jacked up really freaking bad. Trying to not cuss, so this is kid friendly. Swear to God. Oh, Jesus. Yes, my child, you called me again. I mean, it seems like you've called me a lot. I mean, you just made a TikTok video with me a while ago, and by the way, loved those barbecue chips. And I'm getting pretty good with the vape tricks. Okay, what's up, Jesus? Do you go by like Jesus or Jesus? I mean, which one do you prefer, really? Oh wait, he's already gone. That was quick. Okay. Guess I'll never get an answer to that question. Could you make my back stop hurting though? Like for realsies? I mean, I'm actually being for real right now. Oh God, please help me. No, I'm here today for, I know there's some sound in the background, I'm babysitting, but I could not pass up on this Storytime video that you guys are going to want to hear. Let me tell you, it's got me, it's got drama, it's got some comedy, it's got a crazy lady, well, two crazy ladies if you can, if you count the person I'm talking about, because I'm the other one, get it? And maybe a monkey, I don't know. You won't know either unless you watch, so I think you should watch. I mean, it's pretty important, yeah. And everybody needs to laugh right now around Christmas time because people are either sad because they've lost family or loved ones, whether they died or they just couldn't be together on the holidays. And my heart goes out to you, you know, or people are around their family members right now and they wish they weren't because, let's be real, some of them just really, get under our skin, and if they don't, then it's possible you're the one getting under their skin. So you might want to take a look at you and might want to holler at Jesus and see if he can help in that department. Okay, y'all know I'm just effing around, right? Like, I'm not, okay, but anyway, so I just gotta make some people laugh because I know you out there and you need to laugh, so let's get right down to the story. I'm going to try to go somewhere where it's a little bit more quiet so you guys don't be like, oh my God, the quality of videos are so bad. Yeah, they are. I'm using a cell phone. I'm so freaking sorry. Jesus. I'm sorry, Jesus. You knew this was coming, right? I'm back. Yeah, you keep hollering for me. I'm busy. I got real stuff to take care of other than your little minor YouTube video needs, okay? I'm tired of appearing, in your videos. It's okay. Sometimes, just not this many times in one day. And the meaning of life is this. Okay, I'm listening. Where'd he go? Shoot. God, did you do that? I bet you anything he was like, dang it, my son is about to reveal big secret, and he just zapped him back up to heaven real quick, and Jesus is probably up there like, Dad, God, why can't you ever just let me be me? Like, let me do me, please, God. Like, I let you do you, so just let me do me, okay? Like, I'm like a few thousand years old. Seriously, by now I should be able to go out on my own, do what I want to do, say what I want to say, okay? And then God's probably like, you don't know what's about to happen, and I do. So if you say what you were gonna say, you have no idea what can of worms you could open. But see, I see that. I see what's gonna happen. Like right after that, it's not good, okay? And it could really mess up some things. Throw some things off track. So you just need to keep your mouth closed about serious things like that, son. Okay? And then Jesus is like, I'm going to my room. Go. He's like, God. And then God's like, I heard that. And then Jesus is like, Jesus. And then Jesus is like, wait, I just said my own name. Ah, God. And then God is like, I'm sorry, I'm done. I think my sneeze was, God, yeah. What's up, God? Yes, we're being silly. Hi. Say hi to the Misfit Squad. Hi. Oh, I gotta show you what my son Ethan made me for Christmas. I got him a bead set, And he made. Are you okay? He made me this bracelet. Hang on. One of them says Misfit, and then Zoe gave me the other one that says F and a heart CK. I can't say the word because obviously kid friendly. So, alrighty. Okay, let's get right to the story. So, a few days before Christmas, I got on Facebook. Yes, I know, Facebook. And I posted on like 2 groups, local groups, okay? They were local. I thought they were in my town, that I needed some help for Christmas, right? And then this woman comments, and she sent me a private message, and then gave me, we talked, she was like, yeah, I got some things, my, daughter gives me, like, clothes and stuff. She asked me, like, the sizes and stuff like that, and what my kids kind of liked, and I told her, and then she gave me her cell phone number, and told me to call her, text her, I can't remember, but I texted her, and I was like, hey, this is Amy from Facebook, and she was like, okay, and she said a couple things, I don't remember all, I'll have to look at the phone, and it wasn't no big deal, and then, she tells me to call her, or ask me if she can call me, and I was like, yeah, now I was babysitting on this day, when she asked to call me. So I was really busy. I don't like talking on the phone. It's hard enough filming when I'm trying to babysit. But to get on the phone and commit to that, with somebody I don't even know. But I answered and we talk. Well, let's just say she talked for an hour. This woman starts talking about how, her daughter only sees her once a week. And, obviously that's not enough. But there's a lot of parents out there and kids out there that don't get to see their family even that often. Once a week's actually pretty good. But anyways, she says, tells me the county she lives in, which it's close to mine, but it's about, depending on how far in that county she lived, it probably would have been about 45-minute drive or an hour from my house. Because I live really far out one side, like on the edge of my county, and then she lived all the way on the other side in a different town, and a different county, right on the outside of my county that way. So it would have been like a complete, and I don't have my own vehicle. Okay, so, and I told her I would have to try to find a way there. So that was understood that she was like, I don't drive either. And I'm like, I totally understand that. I said, I don't have a car. I have to depend on other people when I need a ride. So I'll see if I can get somebody to bring me. I said, I'll see. Okay, that means that I'm going to try. And then I told her I would let her know when I did. She went ahead and told me where she lived. She said she lived in like a senior citizen apartment place. And she said, but everybody else was older. She said she was 65 and everybody else was older than her. And so she never had nobody to talk to. She was so lonely. She said that when I got there, I could help her go through her things. She said her daughter's always shopping. She's a shopaholic and always bringing things to her house. Okay, now let's get beyond that. She only talks about that maybe for about 10 minutes and then starts talking about everything else under the sun that has to do with her and her family. Starts talking about how one of her, I think, grandkids is part black, but she's beautiful. She's one. Okay, if you live in the South, you know what these backhanded racial comments sound like. Okay, my husband is half black, so my kids are both a quarter black. Even though you can't tell it with the oldest because he's whiter than I am. But he looks just like his dad in the face. So anyways, we hear those kind of backhanded racial comments all the time. Like, oh, she's mixed. Oh, but she's so beautiful. What is that supposed to mean? That means that, okay, they're black, so that's bad, but at least they're beautiful. That's what that person is trying to say. And she kept saying stuff it wasn't just once. She kept saying stuff like this about this girl. And then and she, grew up to be so successful and this and that. And, and at least she did that. At least she had, I guess, I don't know, she had, I don't know. But within that next hour, this woman proceeds to tell me everything about her family. And I'm just like, I don't know this woman. She don't know me. And here she is telling me all kinds of stuff. I don't even remember it all because I started just going, because like, and I wasn't being rude, like I didn't sound rude, but it was giving me a headache and it was draining my own energy. As an empath, I have to keep a certain amount of energy for myself. And by the time I got done with that, before I got done with that phone call, I was already like just drained. And I was about to do a reading on someone else, and I was also babysitting. So I needed my own energy, but I started getting a headache. I was literally getting a physical headache during this phone conversation. I never got to say a word. Never. I tried to get off the phone after about 30 minutes into it, but she wouldn't shut up. She kept interrupting me if I did try to speak. So that was already rude. And as this woman's talking, I'm reading her, okay? I can feel her energy and her emotions, and I can tell this woman is so familiar. Like, her energy was very familiar. So she's all like, okay, we'll come tomorrow, and you can help me go through these things and pick out, what you need and what you want, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, I'll let you know when I get it right. Well, that's what we ended up deciding at the end of the conversation. But before that, I had to finally say, I'm sorry, Tana, because, she was talking about the same, like, how I think it was her daughter or somebody had, like, 3 back surgeries. They all lasted 12 hours apart and 3 different surgeries. And she's going all into every detail of every single surgery that her daughter had on her back. And I finally had to interrupt her, and I was like, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I've got to go get my niece to sleep. She's past due for a nap, and I've got some other stuff to do. And she was like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, blah, blah. And then we decided, okay, I will let you know tomorrow if I get away there. I said if, okay? So then, the next day, she's texting me, what time are you going to be here? I said, I'm trying to find a way still. And she starts getting a little weird. Like, I posted something on Facebook. Like, I wasn't able to go anywhere that day, and I knew my mother-in-law was not going to drive me all the way to that town. All right, I didn't have no gas money to give her, and I wasn't going to ask somebody else to drive me somewhere without giving them gas money. I ended up, like, 2 days later, though, asking a friend if they could do it for me, just kind of like a Christmas gift, but she wasn't able to. So, I tried really, really hard to get over there. But what's funny is the first night, the day I spoke to that woman, that night when I got home, I was talking to my husband, and I said, her energy feels so familiar. I said, I have a feeling that woman is just like Phyllis, the cat lady. If you've been following me for the past year or 2 years, you know who the cat lady is. I cleaned for her, and she was a narcissistic sociopath, psychopath, all the stuff. And she was mean and scary, and had threatened to kill me a couple times, and it was very, very verbally abusive. And people like that love people like me that are empaths, because they just drain. We have like this energy all the time, and they love to drain it, Anyway, so I had a feeling, I told my husband, I said, I have a feeling she's just like her. And I honestly don't want to go over there. And at first I just decided, okay, I'm not going to do it. But then, I was like, okay. She got mad, and she started calling me out on Facebook and saying stuff like, okay, because I posted on Facebook, I'm stuck at home today, so I'm just going to chill and watch Netflix and enjoy my day off. She comments and says, yeah, I see how it is. You were you just can't keep your word, or something like that. I don't know. She said something real rude without even asking. It's like, did you not even read the post? Like, I said, I'm stuck at home. That means I don't have a way to go anywhere. That means I don't even have a way to your house. Well, that's when it started. And then I was just like, you know what? If she's going to act like that, I had predicted it. I knew this woman was going to act like this. And sure enough, she kept on. Every time she's seen any post of mine, or anytime she just seen a way in. And she only did this like on the public stuff, because she would not talk to me that way in the private message or the cell phone. on texting. She wouldn't talk to me that way, but it was only on all my Facebook stuff. And she just kept saying like really rude things. And the next day, then another day goes by, and I tried to find a way, and I told her I tried, because she threatened me. She said, she even sent me a picture of a bunch of trash bags that were stuffed with things, and she tried to say, I went through all this stuff, I got all this stuff out for you, and now I'm going to get evicted because, so this woman's telling me she's going to get evicted if I don't come pick up these bags and bags of stuff, and I'm just like, this wasn't new stuff that she just went out and bought. This was stuff that was already in her house. And I'm like, and now suddenly she's going to get evicted because she got it together. It's like, it was already in your house though. That means you already got too much stuff. I knew it. I had predicted she was a hoarder too. That was another thing I told my husband. I was like, she's probably a hoarder. So anyways, when she said that, I was just like, I can't believe she's trying to guilt me into coming. And I was so frustrated. And she kept making comments on everything of mine. And it was where people would see it. Like, she would comment like right next to somebody else's comment, so that way they'd get a notification and they would see it too. And people were just like, who is this woman, you know? But I told her, I said, I'll try to get away up there, blah blah blah, by this afternoon. She was like, and then she starts threatening me. That's when, you know, first she guilted me, and then she threatened me, and she was like, I'm just gonna take this stuff and donate it, and I'm gonna give back all the funds that other people donated for you. I'm just gonna give it all back. And I'm just like, okay, so now there's money involved. So now you somehow overnight got people to donate money, a bunch of people too, apparently, to donate money to someone they didn't even know. I mean, I'm sure that can happen, but she never mentioned that when she sent the picture of all the bags and stuff. And then a couple hours later, now there's money too. You know, I think she thought that was going to get me there. Phyllis used to do the same tricks to me. I'm not dumb. Because of Phyllis, I have learned how to deal with difficult people. So I was just like, I said, that still does not change the fact that I don't have a way there. And I was trying. I even asked my sister if she didn't get off of work till 5 that day. I was like, do you think that after work, and this was like the day before Christmas Eve now at this point, and I'm like, do you think that you could, you know, run me up to this place real quick at this town and let me go pick up these things that this woman got together for the kids or whatever, you know? And she's like, I can't do it today. So I was like, I understood. I knew she'd probably say no anyways, because I mean, she'd worked all day. I didn't want to expect that from her. So it just got, I told that woman, I said, I'm sorry, I cannot make it. I've tried so hard. And when she started making those rude comments on all my stuff, I stood up to her. I said, I will not put up with someone trying to guilt me and then threaten me and guilt me again into showing up. I said, I'm not going to put up with this. And I said, you know, what was it I said to her? I told her, I said, you of all people should understand what it's like to not have a vehicle and have to depend on other people for a ride. My favorite part was when she started calling me negative. I had vented. I use Facebook to vent a lot. It makes me feel better after I vent, whether it's typing it out or saying it out loud. Venting releases that toxicity, that the negative feelings. You know, we're humans. We're going to feel negative feelings all our lives. And I don't hold on to negative feelings. I don't want to hold on to them. I see what it's done to people. So I release it by venting. And then she's all like, she tells me, so I vent it. And so she comments and it wasn't about her. It was about something else. It wasn't even her business. But she sees, like, she's a new friend on Facebook, so she hadn't seen all my other posts. She doesn't know me, but she starts saying I'm a negative person, and I need to stop with that, and that I need to find a better way to cope or something like that. And I was just like, woman, this is my way of coping. I just vented. I am so sorry, and not sorry, and that's what I said, that it offended you that badly. I said, but this coming from someone who's been attacking me all over Facebook because I couldn't get a ride? Because then she tried to say, I guess you don't want stuff for your kids that bad. I'm just like, oh, honey, you do not know me now. I really know you don't know me. Like, I have been busting my ass trying to provide for my kids. And, I was just like, I even did feel guilty. She made me feel guilty at one point for not being able to get there. But it wasn't my fault. I tried. I mean, this woman jumped my ass in every way she possibly could. And then I got on her private message and I went off on her too. And I was like, I will not allow you. And I told her and publicly too. I said, I won't allow you to treat me this way. I said, you don't know who I am. I said, if you think I'm that negative, you need to keep scrolling. Scroll through my profile and you'll see a bunch of positive stuff as well. I said, it's called life, honey. Anyways, I never got to show up. I never got to pick up the things. So, for all I know, they're still sitting in her cluttered corner somewhere. And, whatever. I was just like, I hadn't heard back from her. And I hadn't seen any more comments since the date on Christmas Eve was, I think, the last time I'd heard from her. But if I hear anything else, I'll let you guys, I'll update y'all on Snapchat if anything else happens with this woman. It just trips me out. Oh, and I told her, one of the last time I heard from her was when I told her, I said, you're just mad that I couldn't show up, not because you care about my kids getting those things, but for another reason. I said, and I'm not going to blast you here on Facebook. And the reason is because she's lonely. She straight up told me. And when we got on the phone that day, she told me how lonely she was. Phyllis used to do the same thing to me. I'd even clean all day and she'd sometimes call me back that night saying she fell or saying she needs some this or that, and I'd get down there and she'd be perfectly fine. And I'm like, I thought you were sitting on the floor, or whatever. And sometimes she'd fall on purpose. So I know all the tricks of a narcissist. So this woman could not trick me into anything. Plus, you have no right. You have no right. You can't do nothing about that, So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up if you want to keep hearing crazy, dramatic story times. Because my life is a little dramatic at most days. So, and I don't mind sharing my stories with y'all. So if it makes y'all feel a little bit better about your own lives, then I'm going for it. So hope y'all had wonderful holidays. No matter which one you celebrate, I hope they were wonderful. Just have some patience and take a deep breath in, because I know a lot of y'all are having to spend time with family members you'd rather not spend time with. So I was probably lucky that I didn't get to see most of mine yesterday. Oh, I mean, I miss them, but I know it also probably would have been very uncomfortable. So anyways, love you guys. Hashtag Misfit Squad. And check out my other social media platforms. I'll post them all below. And subscribe if you haven't. Bye.